FCW. FCW, this one is for you. Um, we're going to get to some content real quick. Shout out to my boy CW. This one's for you, CW. Let me share it with you real quick. And then I'm going to get to the business for you. I'm going to get to the business, man. I like doing these, man. Especially when, Mr. Kill two birds with one stone. I'm going to get to the business, man. I like doing these. I'm going to kill the two birds with the one stone. And we're going to line it up real quick. Send this to my man real quick. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that's that good salsa water, right? I'm going to show you what I do, right? I mess with the salsa. And I also mess with the fountain water. Not the fountain water, you know what I mean. The water. Yeah, 10. Yeah, I'm telling them right now, 10. All right, so Timothy Bradley has recently just started a YouTube channel, right? And somebody, shout out to my team. I have a research team now, right? They sent me something and they wanted me to react to it. So that's what we are going to do right now. You see my thumbnail title. You gotta bear with me. I'm learning the game as we move and groove, right? Let me throw on my glasses so I can look cool, right? I wanna look cool. I got all my frames in here. I can look cool real quick, right? Here we go. I'll throw on the Morpheuses, right? So Timothy Bradley, like I just said, was he's out there, man. He got his YouTube channel popping. And we're gonna play some of his audio right here. And we're going. At the end of the day, it is his choice. This is courtesy of Timothy Bradley's new YouTube channel. It's called Timothy Bradley Jr. Subscribe to it. This is Tank Ain't Fooling Me.
Why not fight Shakur Stevenson? Don't tell me that it's not mature enough. Don't tell me that.
I'm going to stop it right there. I'm going to break it down into sections. He is absolutely correct right there, right? That narrative that they were trying to push or thinking they can push, that let the fight develop. That's one of the oldest industry lines, right? But as you're going to hear him state and speak on, Shakur Stevenson is a 3-division champion. How much more marinade do we need? But listen to Tim talk on it. Then I'll get to some more.
You hear that? It is mature enough. You should quote a three-time world champion or 3-division world champion or whatever you are. Shakur is a similar thing, 126, 130, 135.
Hit the like button, man. It's 17 of y'all up in here.
Marinated enough. You guys are the 2 best in the division. Let's duke it out.
Stop right there again. Once again, hit the like button, man. It's 9 of y'all up in here now, right? He's absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. I find no lies in what he just said. Appreciate that like. They are the 2 best in the division, right? 2 best in the division. Let's duke it out. Absolutely. No gripes with nothing Tim is saying right now. This is courtesy of Timothy Bradley Jr. new YouTube channel. Check it out.
But obviously, I don't know what the hell's going on with you. If you would really negotiate with Top Rank then, Shakur now no longer with Top Rank, but you can with Eddie Hearns. Still, it can be done. And he's affiliated, Shakur is affiliated with Crawford. And Turkey Island Sheik is there as well. The fight can be made. The money ain't the issue. It's just that, do you truly believe in yourself? Tank Davis. That's what it boils down. Do you really truly believe in yourself? Does your team believe that you can beat the Shakur Stevenson? Because obviously, y'all say he can't punch. But why, if he can't punch, then why don't you want to fight him? Why don't you
Let's
want to
stop it
fight him?
right there. Absolutely correct, man. Now, I don't always see eye to eye with Timothy Bradley. And you know why? He talks about my family, my guy. But listen, what he's saying right here, for the not the deaf, dumb, and blind, not the bum boxing community, but the boxing community that actually goes to fights, that actually supports boxing, Timothy Bradley is spot on. If you are saying that a fighter cannot punch, which they say about Shakur, he has no power, right? Why aren't you taking him out? You did it to Frank Martin. Frank Martin was a much, quote unquote, bigger puncher than Shakur, but you stepped in there with him. But as when I play the rest of the little bit more of this audio, you're going to see why. And Timothy's going to be spot on with that, is because Shakur Stevenson has the possibility, the chance of making Tank Davis look bad. Because if you can't land that punch, or Shakur, see, the bum boxing community, right, sits around with no motion and they're programmed bums, right? They want to talk about a style of fighting that Shakur does that the real purist, sweet science respects. Now, when you are a programmed dummy bum, you say, oh, he's boring, he's this. No, it is not Shakur Stevenson's job to get in the ring and let his opponent hit him. That is on the opponent. You have to come up with a game plan, a strategy, how to cut the ring off, how to set traps, how to make him fight. If you can't, close the distance, trap him, that's on you. That has nothing to do with Shakur. No, I'm not a coach. I am a advisor / manager. I am a consultant, but I am part of one of the best boxing teams in the business, and we are making strides and our stock is rising. But thank you for that question. Let me pin that, man. I'm gonna pin that for the haters, man. Let me pin that, man. Are you a coach? He asked me, was I a coach? Right? But let's get to some more of this.
Why don't you want to fight him? Why don't you want to fight him? Have y'all asked yourself that question? Ask yourself that question.
There you go, Ted.
If a dude can't punch, and you can punch, why wouldn't you want to fight him?
There you go, Ted.
It's because of the skills of Shakur Stevenson. That's why. Everybody can say that Shakur can't punch. Everybody can say that Shakur doesn't move, or he moves too much, or he's too defensive. Yada 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 yada. You can say all of those things,
That's what I
right?
just said, right?
But Shakur is undefeated, and he's undefeated for a reason. Because he's extremely schooled. And he makes fighters look...
Not only is he extremely schooled, he's intelligent. Now, I'm not going to use this, but remember, if you watch the fight that just took place, Shakur Stevenson went in the locker room in Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia, and he gave Abdullah Mason a gem. He told him something as a young, seasoned fighter, Shakur, and I paid attention to this, that he told Abdullah, he said, yo, the first couple of rounds, especially round one, every fighter is dangerous. Remember, Abdullah Mason was dropped twice in that first round. He was telling him, gauge distance. Gave him a good gem. That's what Timothy Bradley is speaking on right here. When he says that he's schooled, he's educated. I'm not a coach. I just grew up around real boxing, real boxing. I'm in the game. I'm not none of these bum ass YouTubers. I really work the media side, marketing side, now management side. I really went through the steps, and you thought I was a coach, but I do volunteer at the local gym and work with some of the local talent, and I have been a part of, like I said, the hottest team right now. We're hot. The stock is rising. But thank you for acknowledging and knowing what is being talked about over here.
Extremely schooled. And he makes fighters look silly.
Yes, he does.
Because you can't touch him. You can't hit him.
Yep.
That's what Tank and his team is worried about. They're worried about being exposed. That's
Wow.
what they worried about.
Okay, we gotta
Being
stop. That's what I
exposed.
titled it, right? Now, he could be on to something, man. He could be on to something. Let me plug this. Look, this is Hale's seltzer water, but I put regular water in it too, right? Um, he could be on to something that maybe they don't want to get exposed, right? Because if you get in there with Shakur and you can't hit him, and then we see Shakur's grandfather do an interview and say that um, he basically said that he feels his grandson could take the punch. Now, Timothy's going to talk about that too, right? But if the grandfather says, yo, he's been in there with Terrence Crawford and big guys like that, and he could take the punch, well, we don't know until we see him take it too, right? Tank is deadly in them 8-ounce, 10-ounce gloves, man. But that could be part of the reason why they don't want him to get exposed, man.
They worried about being exposed by Shakur Stevenson. Now, if Tank can land, we haven't seen Shakur. We haven't seen him do the little stanky leg. We ain't seen
The
him get
stinky
buzzed
leg, huh?
yet.
Let me stop it
Because
real
he
quick.
don't like
We know who we did see do the stinky leg, Tim, and you was mad about the stoppage. How? How can you be mad about a stoppage? And I'm referring to Jahad Tucker right now. He made the guy do the stinky leg, and you're talking about the stinky leg. Come on, Tim. This is why I be saying with you, Tim. You protective custody, stinky leg, all these things. But we haven't seen Shakur do the stinky leg. Well, we just witnessed somebody do the stinky leg, and you was upset about the stoppage. But then when the ref broke him up again, he did the stinky leg again and didn't even get touched. So that was a hell of a stoppage. They should have stopped the fight sooner. But hey, what do I know? But let Tim finish off.
buzzed yet. Because he don't like to get hit. But if Tank can't buzz Shakur, think about that.
That's what I just said.
If he can't put Shakur on the canvas,
that's what I just said.
Can Tank still win the fight, you think? Maybe. Maybe. If he's pressing forward, but the judges will give him credit for trying to make the fight.
Being aggressive, yes,
correct. Stand there and trade or counter effectively.
Yes, correct.
Of course. But that's the fight that I want to see Tank fight. And until Tank fight another dog like him or another lion like him, man, I'm gonna continue to call him out. Because I just feel like they got something to hide. I don't.
Oh man, he said he has can't hide no more, huh? Can't hide no more, huh? He said Tank got something to hide. I don't know, man, because you hear the stories, right? That with the PBC, man, it's a lot of those guys had stories, right? Me personally, if I didn't see it, look, with my own two eyes, I can't, that's where I'm at with it, man. I feel like I have a lot of boxing knowledge now, man. Media, marketing, man, I have a lot of boxing knowledge. So I don't go off a lot of what these bums on YouTube with no experience, no stats, nothing say. But people talk about Tank's boxing ability. And a lot of times, his boxing ability does get kind of overshadowed because he does what? He puts everything down. He puts everything down. But like Timothy was stating, why is his team hesitant? Why is his team hesitant? And I know from personal interviews and talks with Shakur and his grandfather, which I have. You can check them out in my catalog. I'm just not some drunk, some low-life schmuck, some guy that's looking to kick it. I actually talked to these people. And Shakur was confident in fighting Tank years ago because they shared the ring sparring. And I tried to get him to open up in the interview, and I said, is there something you've seen? Well, what happens in the gym stays in the gym. I was trying to get him to open up. But, when it comes to these interviews and my style, these guys really never really wanted me to break through as media, right? They used to always put up, if I can't show the fence line over there, but they would put up barriers and shit like that. But what they didn't understand is God had a bigger purpose for me. But this was all part of the evolution. But yeah, so Shakur might have seen something in the sparring. His grandfather, they're confident in fighting Tank, but yet Tank's team is not confident. So it seems. But when you come on the internet, you hear these guys with no motion, but they're super fans, programmers. They don't understand these things.
I don't understand what it is. You know, you picking and you choose and you're ducking and dodging and you fight this guy, but you won't fight that guy. I have a problem with that, man. I have a problem with that. You've been too long in the game, Tank, not to step up and face one of these A fighters, these top fighters.
Damn.
And I'm not talking about.
Yo, I gotta stop it right there, right? Cause see, I love when the Hall of Famers, man. This is courtesy of Timothy Bradley Jr.'s new YouTube channel. Subscribe to it, man. It's cool when they do it, right? I love what he just said. Because I told you that Frank Martin was not an A-side fighter, man. You niggas want to get on here and talk boxing that don't know shit about boxing. And this is no disrespect to Frank Martin. I seen him. Frank Martin was damn near about to get shot up down there in Dallas, man. About to get into a fight at the club, man. Frank, leave that shit alone, man. You can fight, brother. You taking your jewelry off like you really gonna fight a street nigga? No, you're gonna get clapped the fuck up. And niggas that's around you, that's like, come on. This is why I say a lot of these guys, these celebrities, they have the wrong people around them. There's no way that you should have even been engaging in any type of behavior like that. You are a professional now $1 million prize fighter because you fought for $1 million, Frank Martin. You see how I'm giving you your respect, right? But move wiser, man. Move wiser. But yeah, he was not an A-side fighter. And I told y'all that. That's why he didn't want to fight Shakur. And they crashed him out against Tank. Well, let's Timothy finish on. Shout out to my team for sending me this. Let me jump on and give you some fire content.
And I'm not talking about forcing them down in weight or, putting a weight clause in, all these weight clauses and all that. No, fight them straight up, man. Fight these guys straight up. That's important, And many of y'all, Mario Barrios, he's a champion, this and that. You see the welterweight division, how sorry the welterweight division is?
Let's stop it. Yo, Tim, man, you got to give me my props too, Tim. Tim, you got to give me my props. I just stated that the welterweight division is trash. Yes, the champions are the champions, but it's like, come on. We just watched this guy. He got the green belt, the most prestigious belt, and he looked like PG. You know I broke PG down because there's a lot of these boxing content creators. That's what they push, PG. Pure garbage. Mario Barrios, a champion, looked like pure garbage. I said, man, Boots and Brian Norman Jr. need to fight and try to spark this shit. Because right now, the real interest is those two, possibly. But we still don't know what's up with Brian Norman Jr., man. He had a good showing his last time out. And I'm going to give the man his flowers because you're only as good as your last opponent. But if you come on social media and you really pay attention, a lot of people are not really sold on him because the previous fights that he had, he didn't look like the goods. And fuck what his father's running around saying. That's his father's job. And shout out to his father. Manager, mouthpiece, all of that. Co-manager, coach though, really. For guiding his son to a world title. But we really don't know what the welterweight division is. And I'm glad Tim said that because it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do. Got him.
What the division is? Come on, man. Mario Barrios, he alright. He ain't world class. He ain't on the pound for pound list. But you know who is? Shakur Stevenson on that pound for pound list.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is. He on that pound for pound list.
Let's go, man.
Whether you like it or not. And if he's not on the he's on mine. For damn sure.
Man, I gotta stop it, Tim. Yo, Tim, your list, Tim. Come on, man. Your list changes too much, man. But Shakur's on your list. Shakur deserves to be on your list. Olympian, silver medalist, undefeated, 3 division champion, former unified champion. He's a hell of a fighter, man. But Tim, your list, come on, Tim, your list. Your prospect guys, Shushu and man, Xander and Abdullah, right? Jahad was on that list once upon a time, and then but it is what it is. Your list always changed, Tim. But hey, what do I know, right? What do I know, man? You do have what options? This is courtesy of Timothy Bradley's new YouTube channel. Check it out, man. Subscribe to it. Tim is a Hall of Famer, analyst, broadcaster of the year. He has stats, man. Real stats. So check him out, man.
He's on mine. For damn sure. He's on my Pound for Pound list. So, boring, whatever you want to say about Shakur, Tank is scared to step in the ring with him.
Damn.
Because if he wasn't, he was trying to make that fight happen.
Damn. I can't wait to see. I know Tank is going to. Yo, you know what? When I stop this, I am going to retweet this, right? Because I'm getting nice on my Twitter, too. And shout out to my guy, my team, my research team, my producer, my guy CW, sending me that. So I just wanted to jump on and give y'all a quick live on that. So he's saying Tank will be exposed. He's scared. His team is scared. They need to make these fights, man. 2025, let's make these fights happen, man. And, the PBC, right? Not for nothing, right? I'm about to close in about another 10 minutes, right? But the PBC, man, they got a press conference coming tomorrow, right? Tank Davis was supposed to fight before these two guys. This press conference is going to be for David Morrell, the two Davids. Pay attention to that. When is Tank's date? And I want to add this too, and I'll probably do more on this. That fight is not a pay-per-view fight, man. They are robbing the consumers, but it is what it is. But when is Tank Davis fighting again? When is Earl Spence and Fondora fighting? Please, some of you PBC insiders, especially you ones down there in Texas that are successful, that are great content creators, more successful than me, more knowledgeable than me, more connected than me. Why don't you find out what's going on in Texas? When is Earl Spence coming back in the ring? We just seen Derek James at the fights in Clarissa Shields' interview, right? Somebody should have asked him. Maybe they did. I didn't see the content yet. But I'm just saying, what's going on, right? Because if I come on here and put out content and say that I told you this years ago that the money was funny over there, everything, you guys would be mad. But shout out to Barbershop Conversation and all the ones that's doing it. But I've been told you these things. But I don't worry about that no more, man. God has me on another path. We are growing, glowing, and going. Listen, get with me, man. If you don't want to sign with me, I can do other things for you. Right, I could direct you in a direction. I'm affiliated with this app. I could, sign you up on this app. It's free, right? You could put in your information, possibly get fights, show your own value, all these things. Get with me, man. Get with me, man. This is serious business over here. Don't be like these guys, right? These bums, respectfully, that don't know how to network. That when I was really going hard on the media level and I had a Facebook account with over 1,000-something people, and they were so jealous that when I would post something, they would just post random bullshit. Now they want to do boxing content. Like, yo, buddy, nobody really likes you. I'm gonna be honest with you. How you said about me, nobody liked me. No, nobody likes you and the company that you keep. I was talking about behind the scenes, and they've been told me this, right? You're unprofessional. You're not you just don't have it, man. You don't have it, right? If you don't have it, you don't have it, man. You can try to force it. That's what you're trying to do now, I see. And you're crashing out, you're getting other people to crash out with you. But that's not the vibes, man, by no means. But once again, shout out to my team, man. Thank you for sending me this. Please put it out there in rotation. That's just my reaction to the new Timothy Bradley YouTube channel on Tank Davis. Will he get exposed? Is his team nervous about something? I think so, man. I agree with Tank. But one thing we can't take away from Tank has the punch. Tank has the punch. And if he lands that punch, but we just witnessed Shakur Stevenson's grandfather saying that Shakur could take it. 2025, man. Hopefully we get some of these fights, man. But the way things are looking, maybe they would have to make these fights because, like I just said, they're having a press conference for the two Davids. Tank was supposed to be fighting next month. What's going on with that? I guess that's obviously canceled, but when is he coming back? But this is the Source Experience. The news by Shaw News. Media, marketing, management, consultant service. And yo, my guy Gumbo. I'm hitting the post office as soon as I get up out of here, man. That will be on the way as long as with the other ones. I got a Pittsburgh Steeler. And I got to look at my phone. I got a couple hats going out. But I know I got the Pittsburgh Steeler, the Cincinnati Red, and another one. I don't want to misquote the other one. But serious inquiries only. You know, you do have options. And shout out to the executive producer on this one, my guy, CW. Great find. Hopefully the reaction was up your alley, CW. You enjoyed it, man. Oh, I see you did. Appreciate you, CW. I holla.